What is up, YouTube? It's Grinch, and in front of me I have the new Miles Morales vs. Morbius Lego set, and we're gonna do a quick review of it. This set contains 220 pieces, it came with 2 minifigures, and it retails for $25 US. This is the first time we've ever seen Morbius as a Lego minifigure. Let's check out the rest of the set. So we're going to start out by looking here at the minifigures. Up first we have Miles Morales, which is a figure that we've gotten plenty of times now in Lego form. You can see this is just pretty much a classic Miles Morales look. Nothing too special here. This isn't a super special version of Miles. There's no arm printing, there's also no leg printing, and of course there's no alternative face. It just kind of uses his classic comic look. Over here we have Morbius, and this is the first time that we've gotten Morbius in a minifigure form, and this is pretty exciting in my opinion. So again, he's got no arm printing, no leg printing, but he does have a nice torso printing here with an open shirt and then kind of some muscle detailing there. He's got a front face of just kind of a scowl, and then if you take off his hair, you can see he's also got a more of an evil hissing kind of face here too. So that all looks pretty good. I'll put the hair on there so you can take a closer look at what that might look like in a complete form. So I do really like that alternative face. I like both of these faces, especially because he is a villain, so it's kind of just a typical kind of evil smirk and then a more evil kind of grimace at the end there. So those are the minifigures. Overall, decent. Nothing too special here outside of the fact that this is the first time that we've actually gotten a Morbius minifigure. There's no arm printing, there's no leg printing, and the print for the chest is pretty good. I mean, it's not a super highly detailed print, but it's definitely not lackluster in what it needs to accomplish. Let's take a closer look at the main build itself. So this is the main build of the set. You can see it comes with the car. You get some of the classic Lego bats over here. You get 2 of them in this set, as well as this other tiny little side build, these little potion containers. This is just a minifigure glass and a stud, as well as a 1x1 round tile that just fits on the top like that. It comes with a red one as well as this purple one, but the main build here is this car. Almost all the pieces actually go into this vehicle, and you can see it looks pretty good. I'd actually say it's probably better than it needs to be for just a younger age targeted Marvel Lego set. This is a print right here. There's no stickers in this set, but unfortunately this was a $25 set, and this build is just not at the same caliber as a Speed Champions set by any means, but it does look pretty solid. I do like what they actually have done with the front here. You can see they just have a suggestion using kind of some fender pieces here for some fangs at the front of it, as well as some eyes here, so it does kind of look like the face of a spider using those yellow headlights and giving it 4 of them, as well as those fangs. And that's definitely what they were going for. Of course, this is a Miles Morales car. The side of the car features some nice detailings. You can see they really went all in on and getting some nice angles here with different pieces and using pieces to get that coloring on it so that they didn't have to rely on stickers, and I'd say they've done a fairly good job at that. You can see the car has a stud shooter on each side, as well as this kind of larger what I assume is a NOS trail coming out the back of it. If you open up this back hatch right here, which is, I believe you're supposed to because they have these grill pieces on there to make it easier to come off, you can see that there is just a couple canisters of NOS there as well, or what I assume is some sort of nitrous oxide. The air spoiler does rotate as well. There's not really a trunk space back here per se. This does rotate up and down, although I don't really think it's supposed to. I think they're just trying to capture that angle. So this air spoiler does also rotate up and down. I mean, I don't really know why you do want to display it like that, but you can kind of get just some different looks here with the spoiler being able to rotate around. And I believe this is what is actually suggested on the directions, at least. If you take off the stud shooters and you kind of take off this excess frill, this build actually isn't too bad. It looks like a pretty solid car. It's just unfortunate that this set's $25. $20 would have been much better in my opinion, but we'll wrap this review up in just a moment. One last thing that I did want to show you is the inside of the vehicle here. You can see that there are just two of the same little odometer or speedometer pieces there. And those, again, are prints. There's no stickers on here, and you do get a third one of those as an extra piece. And you can see that the minifigure actually fits pretty cozily in here, pretty comfortably. It's pretty roomy. There's quite a bit of room in here. In fact, when you go like this, I don't know how Miles can see over this thing. I mean, he's pretty in there. Look at that. There you go. He's pretty in there. So if anything, it's actually a little bit too roomy, but you definitely couldn't fit another minifigure in there. Maybe you can get one in there, maybe, but it's really not intended to be in there. So I've never said this about a Lego car. It might be a little bit too roomy for a minifigure for a change, but it's just the scale, right? They went with the 8 wide scale here, which is that classic Speed Champion scale, but usually the Speed Champion sets have a little bit more room or details on the inside compared to this Marvel set for a younger target audience. Let's wrap this review up with the Grinch's Guide. So like I said, from a build perspective, the build is pretty solid. I'll have to give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. I mean, I've built the Speed Champion sets before, and it's really it's nowhere near the same caliber as those Speed Champion sets, and unfortunately, it does come in at the same price. For a playability, I'm gonna have to also give it a 3.5 out of 5. There's some features here, right, with this NOS trail coming out the back of it. There's also the suggestion of NOS, but there's not really a lot of play features in here. You have too many figures, and that's really it's just a toy car at the end of the day, to be honest. So nothing too special in the playability front. The minifigures are pretty good. I mean, we've had some Miles Morales before. There's nothing special about this one. It's great to finally, or not I guess finally, but it's great to get a new character in Morbius here from Lego. So I'm gonna have to give that a 4 out of 5. If they had leg printing, if they had some arm printing or anything like that, I could bump it up to a 5. But the Miles is a repeat, and the Morbius is just solid, kind of a solid first edition of a new figure for us. For a value wise, I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 5. It's not a bad value. I understand why it costs $25. I think compared to a Speed Champion set, you're getting some of the like the larger molded NOS piece here and some stud shooters and an extra minifigure to keep it at that same price, but I really would have liked to see this set for $20, so I can't go any higher than a 4 out of 5 for value. And that means in total this set is a pretty respectable and solid 3.75 out of 5. I think most people are going to be like me and simply get this because they are a collector of Marvel or because they want to get that Morbius minifigure. Otherwise, there's really nothing too special here with this set, and it's pretty forgettable from that standpoint. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and joining in the conversation in the comment section below. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.